and welcome tonight to Friday Night Smackdown Review Results Show on the UPR channel. You have your normal host, myself, the Wrestling Doll, who is back after a day of geeking it up at a convention happening in town that I am going back to tomorrow, and some superstars will be there as well, so hopefully I get to see them over there. And tonight, I am not alone. I am being joined with one of our beloved members here on the UPR channel. Someone who I've worked with a handful of times, who I will be very happy with working with some more. He is the ultimate fan. It's Patrick.
Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everybody, I'm back. I'm happy to be back. I'm kind of happy. At the same time, not a little bit happy because after what I heard, we dive into
Oh,
that.
which we will talk about that news, but regardless, we're happy to have you back here with us.
Thank you. How's everybody doing?
Well, I hope everybody's doing okay. Well, we got someone here happy to see you.
Hey, Chris. Mhm. Likewise. Thank you.
Well, it's nice to see him be nice as opposed to being himself, but part of his charm. That's all I can say. Got another comment over here.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, guys? From Smoker Score 24/7. Oh, Michael.
Man of many talents there, it
Did you
seems.
enjoy SmackDown?
Well, I enjoyed SmackDown. It was pretty good. There were some things that were kind of predictable and some things I saw coming, so regard means I'm definitely getting the hang of all this wrestling stuff.
Look at my wrestling stuff I have in my background. You see that?
Yeah, you got a bit of WWE stuff, and I got local talent on my wall. So,
I got some local talents on the other side. It's on my other wall over there. Like JC
well,
Storm, she
before we
one.
know it, my wall will be like yours.
I can
I
send you
will.
something too. I'll send you something. JC Storm, she one of the future best in the indies right now. JC Storm, she's if JC Storm watching this, do me a favor, everybody. Tag JC Storm, okay? If she watching this, make sure you tag her, okay? She one of the best right now in the indies in the tri-state area. JC Storm. Search up on IG, okay? Tag her. Do me a favor. Tag her. Make sure she tunes into this. All right. Great. All right. Moving along.
Yes, well, I'm sure the people here will keep that in mind for you. And speaking of things that have been on people's minds, we finally get tonight the unification match between the Usos and RK Bro. After weeks of it being teased, taken away, brought back to us, like dangling in front of us like a cat toy. They're
I was mad about that
basically
match.
saying in the beginning how they're going to win, how they're going to dominate, how they're very confident, and how Paul Heyman is basically saying, if y'all don't win, y'all are dead to us, y'all are a disgrace to family, and you need to get out of here.
I really thought that the Uso was gonna lose. I was hope. No, I really thought that was gonna be interference tonight. I really thought so too.
I
I
mean, who
really
would
thought.
interfere? Well, that's kind of a
I
odd
thought
question.
Shinsuke
Who would
Nakamura.
interfere on behalf of RK Bro?
I thought I don't know. I
Who,
thought someone would
Shinsuke? So he could
interfere.
make a message to go that he's going after Roman?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Well,
I've
Shinsuke
never thought
had
that was gonna be
other
unified.
things
I'm
on
like,
his
nah.
was
That ain't gonna
occupied.
happen. I never thought that was gonna happen. But heck, it surprised me. That promo was good. It was a good promo.
Well, it definitely did what it needed to do, and everybody knows that Paul Heyman is the master of the mic and promos, hence why he can say whatever the hell he wants.
Hmm.
And then, speaking of someone who happened to be impressed with the promo, Sami Zayn, the ass of the table, as it was told a couple weeks ago, is still wearing the Bloodline t shirt, still trying to become a member to basically ensure himself some safety and get his respect back of being the self proclaimed locker room leader. You're not a locker room leader if you have to declare it yourself. And Shinsuke definitely showed that by coming right into that ring. Sami comes out, they fight, they wrestle. Sami tries to knock that fool out and keep him out on the ground to ensure that he gets another win via countout. But Shinsuke comes in at the very last second and pins him and wins.
That was a good match. That was really a good match. I thought at first, like when once the referee was counted to about 9, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over for Sami Zayn, and he made it just before the 10 count, and he got knocked out. I'm like, damn. But Sami Zayn should have won that match.
Why?
He's a
To
good
give
match.
more respect back to his name?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what exactly the whole thing with Sami Zayn right now is. I mean,
He
if
wants
they
to join the
want,
bloodline. He could
I
be
mean,
like
he's
a
trying to be in the
protege.
bloodline, but how are they going to take him seriously if the man keeps losing?
He could be like an advocate for the bloodline. He can be like an advocate.
I mean, Heyman already did that for Brock Lesnar, so he's just trying to be the wise
He
man
could be
for.
like, yeah, the wise man. Yeah, yeah, the second wise man. Wise man.
I think they might be okay for now, but I think they might like the idea of having a little rat in the locker room to keep an eye on everything and tell them everything.
Mm.
But you know what they say, snitches get stitches. And Sami Zayn will get what is coming to him live on TV at least, as opposed to the live shows that happen off camera.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's check in with some of these comments of what the people are telling us, because why not? Let's hear what the people have to say.
Could be coming. Hey peeps, Elvis. Welcome back, Pat. Thank you, Elvis. You stuck Sydney. I agree.
I can say whatever I want about Sami Zayn, honey.
Ooh,
You're not
I
in my,
agree.
you are not controlling my mouth nor my thoughts, so I can say what I want when I want. And you should know this by now.
I'm guessing WWE will go with Gunter versus Roman at SummerSlam. I I I guess it Gunter will turn heel the next few months. He is already heel.
He is a heel. No face would win the match and attack their opponent afterwards to basically ensure that they can't do nothing for like a few months afterwards. Gunther is already a heel. He always has been since he came into the main roster.
Roman Reigns should have never interfered in the match. Maybe the Usos may have won on their own.
I
That's what
mean,
Michael
it would
Likita.
have made more sense for them to win by themselves, especially with the threat of you don't win, you don't come back. But it's like with what happened with NXT a week or so ago with Diamond Mind, with Roderick Strong bringing in the Viking Raiders to go against the Creed brothers to basically give them some tough love and make them win on their
Mm-hmm.
own and beat the Viking Raiders fair and square. But with Roderick interfering, makes a blemish on the Viking Raiders loss and makes the Creed brothers mad at them. But in this case, that wasn't the case. But we'll talk about that much later in the day.
Yep.
And next up,
We got the
we are
Happy
going.
Corbin. Was it the Happy Corbin
Unfortunately,
segment?
unfortunately, we have to talk about that
It was the Happy Corbin. But why you say unfortunately for like that? Does he
because
need to be
he's a
healed?
pain in the ass.
He
I
need,
can't
yeah, he
stand
need.
it. I want him
You
to
know
go
that
back to
thing?
being the lone wolf.
Wait. Let me speak on this one for a second. You know that thing? I think that what's his name? Madcap Moss. He was
Uh huh.
holding. He was holding Happy Corbin back. No, he was holding Barry Corbin back. He should go back to just simple, not Happy Corbin. He should just go back to Baron Corbin and just be in a rampage shield like that. It's a good spot. Like when he picked up the under the battle champion, the under the battle statue, and then he gemmed it on Madcap Mouse neck. I was like, wow, there go Madcap Mouse. That was a good one. That was good storytelling right there.
That was a segment that shows that you can take that man seriously. However, with this stupid gimmick that he has going on, it's hard to take him seriously, and all he looks like is a joke. This
No,
is
now
why I
he got
want
to
to
take
go
it
back to
seriously.
being
Yeah,
a lone wolf.
you know what was holding him back? Madcap Mouse was holding him back.
Well, I don't know why they gave him Madcap Moss to work with in the first place. They just gave them to him to help him elevate his career or something, I guess. Eventually, have him turn his back on Corbin and turn face, which is exactly what happened after he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. But I don't know what. Like I've been saying, creative. They're
This is the
smoking too much of Riddle's weed, and it's
this is,
messing with their heads, and they're
yeah.
just coming up with stupid, ridiculous ideas that they don't know what to do anymore.
This is the Corbin that I like. I like seeing this version of Corbin. I really do. I'm like, yes, beat him up again. Beat him up again. I was cheering for that.
You can't exactly beat him up again if you beat him up so bad they have to take him out on a damn stretcher.
He shot put the stretcher on the floor. That add a little bit more element to his character.
Well, he needs something because there's no substance in that character. But speaking of ones that have character, we had Drew Gulak go against Gunter again. He lasted a little longer. He fought back a little bit more, but he unfortunately still lost. Gunter attacked him right afterward. Ludwig was standing in there watching, smiling, and then Ricochet comes out to the rescue to make sure that Drew is okay. I thought personally that Gunter was going to attack Ricochet as opposed to just walking away. But I guess, like they said, he was like, I don't have anything else to do here. I'm done.
Oh yeah. That match was. I didn't care for that match too much.
Well, I guess they're just trying to build him up. They're trying to build Gunther up to be dominant and stuff, which is good. At least his his building up to look more like a dominant force is believable as opposed to Monday Night Raw's Veer Mahan. His is much too forced. With
Who, Veer Mahan?
yes, compared to how they're booking Gunther and how they're having him look, with Veer looks much too forced.
But Veer Mahan, he got the potential to be a dominant
He
man. You breaking up. Oh man, no. She's frozen. All right. Veer Mahan got the yeah. She got the potential. He got the potential to be a dominant, a dominant big man in WWE, and hope he goes. And then Ricochet came out. Ricochet attacked. You on? Whoa, wait, let me rephrase that. Veer Mahan, he needs a manager. And then he was solidified a manager like MVP. But where my partner at? Yo, she's for the. Let me see something. Give me 2 minutes. Technical difficulty, yo. Oh, yeah, back.
Yep. My bad. Unfortunately, that does happen.
Yeah, computer these days. What kind of computer you have?
No, it wasn't my computer. It was It was the reception. It's raining pretty bad outside right now, so
Oh, no bueno. No bueno.
sí, no bueno indeed.
A mí habla español.
Well, it sounds pretty good, so I'll give you
¿Y
that one.
tú? ¿Tú hablas español?
Claro que sí. I'm Cuban. Of course, I speak Spanish.
Muy bien. A mí me gusta español. Español está muy importante. All right.
That's good.
All right. What I was about to say? Yeah, about Veer Mahan. You know what he need? You know what he need a manager, a manager like someone like MVP caliber. If not, you remember the guy who was in NXT? He got released. He was
Malcolm
Diamond
Bivens.
Mine. Yeah, Malcolm Bivens.
Diamond Mine needs Malcolm Bivens. Malcolm Bivens didn't want to stay. And that's why they have Roderick being in charge now, being the leader. And Roderick cannot talk to save his life. Not like that. Why do you think they gave him Bivens in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
But we got new managers coming in. Max Dupree, formerly known as L.A. Knight.
Yo, why they change his name?
because they made a rule now that they're not going to have them use other names, I guess. And I guess with this new character, new name.
Is she gonna be? Is she gonna replace Sonya Deville?
Sonya Deville's been terminated from being a WWE official as of a
I
couple
know.
weeks ago. So
Is she gonna replace
it's
Sonya
just
Deville?
managing male model wrestler type kind of characters. So I don't think he's going to necessarily be a WWE official. I just think he's just a new manager character that they do need. The question is, who are they going to have him manage first?
Good question.
Since he's not on Raw, he can't go over there to try to be the manager for the United States champion Austin Theory. Since he's going for those pretty boy kind of wrestlers. The
That'd be
question
dope.
is, who fits in that category on the SmackDown spectrum? Maybe,
Or maybe he
yeah,
could be.
maybe he could
Or
go manage Los Lotharios.
he could manage. He can manage Ronda Rousey.
No, I feel like Rhonda needs a woman's touch when it comes to a manager. I think maybe Paige could be her manager.
Paige. I was just about to say
Paige
Paige.
has been in WWE still for 2 years since she got hit in her neck so bad that she can't do anything anymore. And she's great on the mic, and she was a general manager character on the show. So
Mm-hmm.
why not have her be manager for Ronda Rousey?
Let's see.
Give
Anything
the
can
woman
happen.
something to do. It's been 2 years, still there, not doing a dang thing, which is good. Which can be good, especially since she's getting paid for it.
Yep. Let's see what happens. That'd be
Let's
dope.
just hope that they do something for Ronda Rousey. Otherwise, her
I'm just
career is going to
hoping.
go further down the toilet in the sense that she can't talk for herself.
I'm just hoping that Ronda Rousey will leave WWE and never come back. That's my whole
Well,
thing.
according to what I've read, her being there is supposed to be there for about a year. So we don't know if they're going to keep her there, extend the contract.
Don't
I don't know what
keep
they're going to do.
her, please. Don't keep her. Let her go back out to UFC. If she want to have a match with Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, do that next year WrestleMania. Let her go back out.
So you
Let her.
want Becky to go to SmackDown and challenge Ronda for the belt since Charlotte
I
is now out of sight, out of mind for the time being.
no no.
So,
I think the reason why Ronda Rousey came back because she had what was that? She had personal beef
with Charlotte or Becky or both?
she had personal beef with both of them.
Well, unless they do a little transfer for Becky from Raw to SmackDown, I don't see how that's going to happen.
I could see, well, maybe during the draft, if there is a draft coming up.
If they keep unifying all the titles, then what's the point of having a draft that they're just going to eventually possibly stop the brand split altogether?
So the data they it's look like they're going. It's basically like almost all the titles are getting unified. I hope not the women's championship.
There's
That'd be
all there's
bloody awful.
oh well yeah, there's that.
Not the
I hope not. They already
what
unified the Universal and the Heavyweight Championship. They just unified the tag team titles. They really do not need to unify anything else. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what goes on in that creative team, but it needs to be fixed. I feel like some of us should go over and work for WWE Creative and come up with better ideas.
I'm not good. I'm not a good creative. I'm not creatively good, but I would not mind working for the WWE. I would not
Maybe
mind
that's some
wringing
of us
Vince
from here go
McMahon's
over there and
neck.
make better ideas.
I want to
The
wring his
problem
neck.
is they don't listen to the fans much, and sometimes the fans have better ideas than they do.
I want to wring out Vince McMahon's neck. He needs to get choked.
Well, what you gonna do? But
I'm just
we
so
did have a little
disappointed.
commercial break, and RK Bro had a moment backstage with Kayla where they were basically discussing about their chances of winning, thinking they're going to win, that the Usos aren't confident. They're scared out of their wits because if they lose, it's bye bye privileges of the bloodline, bye bye to being the great all powerful, goodbye, we're smoking your asses, RK Bro 420.
I remember that segment. I thought that match was going to end in a DQ. I did not expect that match to go down like that.
It probably would have if the ref had turned or had been looking a little sooner. Then it would have ended in a DQ and then no unification. However, they've been hyping up the unification thing for weeks, and I think that people wanted to see it happen once and for all for it to be over. I still just think the idea of unifying the titles all together is just stupid. Because if y'all are gonna keep the title, you're gonna make it a brand split. Why have all the titles all together?
Yeah, that's pointless. This is giving me a headache.
Unless this
I'm going to
company is
the
trying to be like another certain company that just has one program a couple
what
times a week.
AEW.
Yes, AEW shows up every Wednesday and Wednesday, sometimes Fridays, and sometimes I think maybe Saturdays. They don't really have that many
I heard
problems
that
since
you heard
it's just
about.
one show.
No, no, we're gonna say that for later on in the show after the show. Um, yeah, we're gonna say that our news and views for later on in the show. We're gonna share. We're gonna share something.
I mean, we can. I have no big. I really don't have a big problem with AEW. It's. I'll say this: going to an AEW show was a lot more fun than going to Raw when there was a taping in my town. So
Oh, for you to Raw taping?
yeah, I went to a Raw taping. I went to the Raw taping of when Randy hit the RKO on Riddle before they were together again and sticking together forever, kind of thing. I mean,
Oh,
everybody was
nice.
cheering for Randy to RK Bro the man.
I'm gonna go to Raw in next. What month is this? July. I'm gonna go to Raw in July.
You're gonna go to Raw in July. I'm probably gonna go to Raw to SmackDown over here, and EC is probably gonna try to make me audition to be in the Lothario's Kiss Cam. Which, if I do, I'm gonna feel the urge to rub acid on my cheeks.
To Raw what?
To rub acid on my cheeks to burn off the saliva of those two idiots. I
Wait,
don't
wait.
like
When
the
is SmackDown come to your area? When is SmackDown come to your area?
in July.
Nice. You see. Okay. I think I should come up there.
Well, if you do, that'll be fun. And speaking of things that seemed fun for some people until it wasn't, we have Shotzi backstage with Aaliyah. They're basically complaining about how they didn't get their title shot. Raquel then walks up to them. Shotzi calls her 6 feet of disgrace, that she's a disappointment. A Amazon, this,
6 feet. Yeah, 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 I remember that.
like that she just choked. That
And she
woman
said
carried the entire match on her shoulder, so to speak,
last week.
because of
Yeah.
how injured Rhonda was. And she showed Shotzi just how much she could do, even with just one hand. And
Yup.
she nearly ripped out Shotzi's left arm out of her socket.
She's gonna be a beast. Well,
Raquel
um,
is a beast. That's the
she is a
thing.
beast. But let me stop. WWE. I mean, the main roster. They may water her down.
Of course, they watered her down with all these current champions they have and the ones that they're trying to keep relevant. The ones that they're building up, they're going to water them down a little bit to focus more on the ones that are more popular.
Ronda Rousey. She's not popular at all. I'm telling you, she's not. She's just popular because of her name.
She might not
She's
be popular, but she was popular enough to get one of the biggest pops in the Royal Rumble.
what? I didn't think she was that biggest spot in the Royal Rumble, but
I mean, in
just
comparison
saying.
to what I heard when I was watching it,
I'm gonna
I
go
was
back and watch
listening
the Royal
in
Rumble.
comparison to the piped in noise. A lot of the cheering did not sound piped that night. I will say that right now.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
You'll have to. Hi, Ruben.
Ruben, how are you?
And as Ron calls him, H Man says he sees Shotzi and Aaliyah ending up in a tag team. Shotzi's a heel and probably having fun with it. Aaliyah's a face that hardly ever gets
I can
used
see them. He's
anymore
not
ever
wrong.
since
I
her
can
thing
kind of
with
see them.
Natalia. So the only thing I was happy about the match between Shotzi and Raquel was the fact that we finally got to see Xia Li again. They do little promos of her here and there, but they stopped using her too. I'm like, are they gonna have Xia Li go out, try to go out to Ronda Rousey next? If they do, yes, please, because Xia Li
So
is powerful.
Xylee could lost, right?
Not so she can lose, but so she can make herself look like a dominant force enough to go after Ronda. I
Mm.
don't. I know they're having some of them do it to be jobbers. I mean, they've been doing that to Shotzi basically since she's been in the main roster, minus going after the tag belts with Tegan.
Before Shashi got to the main roster, she was good at NXT. Well,
Yeah, she
good at
was.
yeah, she was. But outside, I know Shotzi Black. I met her like a couple of times before she got to the WWE because she was doing good at the indie. She was doing herself for Battle Cup Pro and things like that. She was great. I hope for her.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these talents, they're amazing in the indie scene. They're great in NXT. And then either they get built up just as great in the main roster or they get watered down. And unfortunately, Shotzi's been watered down so hard that she looks like my cup of Mountain Dew.
Mm.
Unfortunately, that's what she looks like right now, like a watered ass cup of Mountain Dew from how much they have her being a jobber since they got rid of Tegan Knox and since they had stopped her and Tegan from going after the belts.
I
She's
blame the
turned heel.
management.
Huh?
Sorry to cut you off. I blame the management.
I blame management. I blame creative. I blame the
I
head
blame
higher up.
Vince. I
I blame
blame.
everybody.
Cause sometimes now it's getting stressful to watch it. Especially what they did. That was uncalled for. I can remember one of the last time. You remember what Michael Cole made the announcement about regard to Sasha Banks and Naomi, that statement. I can't remember one of the last time someone ever did that to somebody else. I can't remember when. I'm like, whoa, they took that shit. Let's say that for at the end of the show because I got a lot to
If
say
it
about
were
that.
a white male wrestler that said something backstage, they probably would have been like, okay, no problem. We'll take care of that. That's
I
it.
was so frustrated. I would
It's
just want to throw.
frustrating. They're women
I
of
just want to
color
throw my
who have
phone.
been
I
put
wanted to
to
really
be
throw my phone. I'm like, damn, y'all really did. They went too far now.
Of course,
Cause
they
look,
went too
cause
far.
let's continue the show. Cause if I got so much to say.
We got plenty to say and we will talk about it. We also have another match to talk about. Xavier Woods, who will forever in my heart be King Woods, even though they stopped doing that gimmick with him altogether for some reason, versus Butch, who he basically says, oh, you can't find me by yourself. You need to have Ridge, Holland, and Sheamus with you. Come out and find me by yourself like a man. Which it goes great, at least for Xavier Woods, because he hits him with the backwoods and wins. Butch runs out into the crowd like he always does when he loses, throws a temper tantrum.
Hmm.
And then at the end of it, when Woods comes down from the state from the ring to the entranceway, they attack him. And when he gets interviewed backstage, he is just so mad that he's like, he can't find me like a man. He has to have them to come out. I'm pissed. I have in my mind who I'm going to bring in for a 6-man tag match next week or probably the week after that. I had never, and what I'd seen, I had never seen Xavier Woods get that mad. He is pissed
Hmm.
off. He is pissed off, and I don't blame him
Me too. I don't blame him.
because when you have people constantly fighting dirty like that, you get annoying.
Yeah, I'm liking the Butch character though. It really feeds into him. He really made that character came into light. I gotta give him props.
The only thing that they did to make that come to life was use his former logo picture, which was a pit bull, and
Hmm.
have him actually turn into a pit bull.
I really liking that character though. I really love it.
I it's something I'm just gonna have to adjust to. I don't love it. I'm just adjusting to it because I had seen that man live in action in NXT as Pete Dunne as the submission specialist doing the joint manipulation, which he does a little bit of here, but it's just not the same.
I'm kind of liking it though. I don't know why. I kind of liking the Butch character.
because it
But
kind of feels like what we all want to do. Like we all want to go crazy and just go rabid on someone and punch somebody like to
hmm
the point where they're not doing anything and we don't get in trouble for it almost. So he's kind of like that pent up aggression that we have
hmm
that we just can't that if we could we would do it all the time and just lose control.
hmm That's true.
That's probably why some people like it. See some comments. What's up,
What's
Todd?
up, Ty?
Saying Butch is better than Dunn.
I just said that too,
You like
Ty.
Pete Dunne? You don't like Pete Dunne as Pete Dunne. You like him as Butch. You can like it. That's fine. He said they made Michael Cole do that. I remember the last time they did to CM Punk and Nash Carter in NXT recently. I wonder how that's going with Nash, considering the fact that still on his Instagram he still has the WWE thing going on. I'm surprised he hasn't taken that off yet. If Rhonda was more charismatic, she could have put these women over like Cena did, but with her aura, it gets boring. And this is why she needs a manager to make her less boring. And said she isn't popular on IWC. She's big, bro. And that she turned heel, apparently. Well, with the way things are going, with her saying she's not going to be protecting everybody, she's going to be protecting herself. Kind of is.
Wait, put that away. Put that comment back on about Ronda Rousey.
This one?
If no, the other one. Ronda Rousey isn't popular in in the internet wrestling community. She is big, bro. Okay, I know that she isn't popular, but oh, you talk about he's big outside she's big outside WWE.
Well, I
That's
mean,
what
isn't
you're
that where
mentioning
she
to.
got her start? Outside of WWE, and then they brought her in.
So she could go back where she came from.
Well, they have her there for a year, apparently. So we're stuck with her. Plus, Charlotte's gone, so who else are they going to have be SmackDown Women's Champion? Bailey's not back yet.
Lacey Evans. They could have no.
Lacey Evans is
Shannon
on Raw now, and
Shannon
apparently they're going to turn her
Baszler.
heel.
Shannon Baszler, yo. What the hell? Shannon Baszler, she was a dominant force.
Shayna
I'd have been
Baszler is in a
behind her.
tag team with Natalia still. And especially because now with what happened in regards to the women's tag team championship, they're going to have a special they're going to have like a special battle free for all kind of thing to determine the new champions.
That's
So they still
foul.
have those two stuck together. And they're going to make several makeshift tag teams because oh no, we got rid of most of the women we had in our division. What are we going to do about all this? I know. Let's put together everybody we still have left in random teams for no reason because we're stupid. And Butch got over when he flew onto Kofi out of nowhere. Yeah, maybe he did. Who knows?
hmm
And like it was said, Michael Cole says that Sasha Banks and Naomi let the people down when they walked out of the show during the taping for Raw. There was supposed to be a 6-pack challenge to determine the contender for Bianca Belair. I just felt like if they had walked off, why didn't they just put in 2 different other people in there? Why not give Carmella and Zelina a chance to go after the championship since that's what they've been fighting for? If not as a tag team, then go after it separately. I wanted Zelina to go after Bianca by herself to give Bianca somebody else to fight with because Zelina is a talent and she's better loved. She's better appreciated now in terms of how she was before because before from what I'd seen, it seemed like they were treating her like a joke because they just
Zelina, she
kept
got the
referring her from time to time as the manager of Andre Alidolo.
Zelina, she got the full package. You know what I mean,
Exactly.
right? She could wrestle. Her
She
mic
can
skill is
wrestle.
she can
She's a great character now.
yeah.
And her match with
She's
Bianca before was fire.
she could outshine Ronda Rousey. In my skill, she's way above Ronda Rousey in my skill.
Like even when she and Carmella were the
She'll
women's
eat
tag team
Ronda Rousey in
champions.
the mic skill challenge. That's how great she is.
Well, that's
But
why she
wrestling
was
wise,
good.
wrestling wise, they're gonna make Ronda Rousey go over. They can make Zelina very believable, but WWE they don't think like that. So
WWE doesn't think like we do, and most of the time they don't listen to us because they think they know everything, and apparently they still don't. But like I was saying, Zelina is the total package and could definitely have been a great rival for Bianca had they not done this whole 6 woman thing and just turn it into at the end of Becky versus Asuka thing, which they should have just done from the beginning. If they had just decided, okay, since Becky and Asuka are fighting to become the next Raw Women's Champion, why not just have them both have just had that match for the end of the night?
I don't.
Figure out what to do with Nikki ASH and Dewdrop after, and then still have have Sasha and Naomi be the tag team champions without having to try to put the current singles women's champions over. They don't need that.
That
They're
title,
fine. Well,
exactly.
Ronda might need a little bit more, but Bianca's perfectly fine. The people still love her. They don't boo her when she comes in. They still like her.
They
Like,
boo Ronda Rousey. I'm pretty sure they boo. But anyway, that title, right? That title meant so much to to
it meant
to
something. It meant
Sasha
something to
Banks.
both of them.
It meant so much to both of them. They already got a shirt out, and now WWE they took off their merchandise. I'm like, wow, they serious? I kid you not. I ordered a shirt last week from them. I ordered a shirt last week from the website. Good thing I ordered my shirt, but they really took it down from the site. I'm like, wow, this shit really gotten out of hand. This shit trying to petition.
Well, of course it got out of hand. They had people who tried to do. They had people standing their ground for what they wanted, and they said like, "No, we don't care. We're just gonna take off your merchandise. We're gonna have you suspended indefinitely. You can't come back. Too bad." That's basically what they said. We don't care about you, even though you both helped build this women's division into something that it is. Even though one of you is considered one of the greatest of the 4 horsewomen that we have in our company. Even though both of you have made history as being the first African American women to receive the championships from respective brands to become the first African American women's tag team champions. No, we don't care about you
Mhm.
anymore. If this was
Mhm.
someone like Brock Lesnar or or AJ Styles or Randy Orton, if it happened to one of them, they would have fixed this no problem. Nothing would have been said.
Yep.
No issues would have happened. Their merch wouldn't have been taken down. They wouldn't have been suspended indefinitely. None of this would have happened. This is what happens in a world that is with industries that are predominantly dominated by men. They treat the women like crap and they do shit like this. It's all very double standard and it gets on my nerves.
It is. I just so furious for them. I just so furious. It
A
just hurts my
bunch of
head
us are
talking about
furious.
it. It really hurts my head.
And I read an article that said that they haven't gotten fired yet because they don't want AEW to take them.
I read that article yet too.
And I'm like, if that does make sense, because AEW tends to have a lot of the people that they let go that happen to be very talented. Like just recently, the Joker for for the Owen Hart Foundation match for the men's side was none other than Johnny Elite, formerly known as John Morrison.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw that.
Even though he lost to Samoa Joe, I mean, he's still talented, and now he's going to be able to actually do something.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think Sasha Banks she's too big for AEW. If that makes sense, she's really too big for AEW. I don't see her. I
Well, I
really
mean,
do
where
see
else
her.
could she go if that's the case? Ring
No,
of
I think
Honor?
that she's gonna. No, no, no. Whoa, no, stop. You pushing
I'm
it.
joking.
I know. But no, no. I think she's still gonna stay with WWE.
Of course, she's going to stay in WWE. She's
Guess
one of
what?
the most popular women's wrestlers that they have, and if she's gone,
I'm
the
going to. If she's
WWE
gone,
universe is going
I'm
to
going to.
riot.
If she's gone, if Naomi go, we gotta have to now. We gotta have to send WWE a message. We're gonna have to send them a message. You know, we got to boycott it. Boycott it. How we boycott it by not going to shows, by
Not
but you know,
watching
by not
WWE when it
watching
comes on.
WWE. Yep. How we boycott it easy. Parents should not take their kids to a WWE live event until they get their attitude, until they straighten out their things. How we boycott it? Yeah, leave. I hope parents and kids don't go to a show. That's how they boycott it. Cancel the subscription. You know, that's how I
Anything
could.
can be. Anything is
But can I
possible.
just be like
I think
one person?
it's happening like this, and it will.
But it's a long process. Can I be like just one person
No,
boycotting
it has
it?
to be a
It
shit
had to
ton of
be a
people.
group. It had to be millions of group. It had to be millions and millions of viewers. But kids, parents are gonna want to take their kid to a show,
I
so it's
mean, a
gonna be
good
hard to
portion that's already
boycott it,
easy.
huh?
A good portion that's already easy because there's a whole bunch of AEW fans that can't stand WWE.
Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, but the point is that it's gonna be hard to boycott it. If we really want change, we want to have to boycott it till something gets better.
I know.
And I'm really ready to boycott it too. Just for the shitload that happened this week, it made me want to just boycott it and not talk about it.
Well, with WWE, some things are just a lost cause,
I just
unfortunately,
want to
and there are some
boycott it
things
for
you
like a
just
couple of
can't
months. Like,
change. And speaking of things that'll never change, we had the unification match between RK Bro and the Usos. Raise your hand if you were surprised by the fact that the Usos were the ones that won the match.
me. Double
I
me,
wasn't.
me, 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 me,
I was not surprised because, like, our man from Perfect Plex Talk Radio, Mike Knox, he says never to bet against the Queen. Well, I don't bet against the Bloodline because of how much WWE has them over, how much the people like them, how much merch they sell, how much merch they make of them. Like, with the way they had it going with Paul Heyman telling them, like, if they don't win, they can't come back. I thought, oh, it was going to be a nice, clean win to prove that they know that they are the longest reigning, history making SmackDown Tag Team Champion for a reason.
Facts.
But no, Roman had to interfere with Riddle mainly because Riddle need him in the face a week or two ago when he wanted to get his revenge. Hence
Mm-hmm.
why he interfered and helped his cousin secure the unification. Which, when I saw when this whole thing started, I knew from the get go that the Bloodline was gonna win. And now with those two no longer being the Raw Tag Team Champions, I don't know if they're going to have them turn against each other to have Randy go after Roman.
Could be
I
possibility.
Heck, maybe even have like H Man here say have Riddle go for Money in the Bank when that happens. I mean, maybe this year's Money in the Bank they could actually put in some winners that won't super surprise us and like a crazy unexpected like, whoa, what just happened here? I mean, Riddle going after Riddle winning Money in the Bank would be pretty cool.
That will.
I mean, if they're not going to have Drew McIntyre go after Roman Reigns right now, if they're not having Cody Rhodes go after Roman Reigns since he's on Raw and going after Seth Rollins and now The Miz, if they're building up Gunther and he's not going to go after Roman for like another year or two, if they're having Shinsuke going back and forth with Sami Zayn and not go after Roman after what happened at WrestleMania,
Drew is gonna go after Roman too.
yeah, he
By
is, but he's on tour right now. He's not coming back till next week.
Roman Reigns. Speaking of next week, guess who's gonna take a couple weeks off. Roman Reigns. He's gonna be gone soon. I
I
think
wonder
this.
why.
I think tonight was the last week. Tonight was the last night. He gonna come back. Wait, is he gonna do Money in the Bank and some stuff? I don't know.
I don't know what they're going to
He
have
not
Roman
gonna do no more
do at
house
Money in the
shows
Bank.
up until September. September.
I don't know what they're going to have that man do. All I know
September.
is everybody's waiting for The Rock versus Roman Reigns to happen. Family versus family is what they want.
That match is a good match. The
It
the
is a
main
good
event was a
match.
good
It
match
is a dream
because
match for everybody.
I was really hoping that the match ended in DQ, so because I didn't want to see the title be unified, but Man, I was
I
mad.
didn't want the tag titles to be unified. I didn't want the regular titles to get unified,
Cause
uh,
what? Go ahead, go ahead.
but they wanted to make the Bloodline look so dominant, be one of the greatest factions of all time in WWE, that they have to be like Evolution and take over everything and dominate everybody and win everything. Like they wanted to make them the new Evolution, almost, sort of, I guess.
And
Like,
to piggyback on that, so you know what I'm thinking? Like, just they look like they're gonna unify. Maybe I hope not. I hope that's not the case. But it's looking like they're gonna unify all the championship. And if it's unified, then what's the point in having Survivor Series? Survivor Series is
well,
supposed to mean something, Raw titles versus SmackDown, SmackDown versus
and if they
Raw.
unify the titles, then
So
what
with
are they
Survivor
gonna
Series,
do?
then throw
Then
away
that's one
Survivor
paper.
Series.
That's one premium live event that they're gonna have to get rid of altogether, which sucks for some people because that's literally one of the premium live events that they look forward to all year,
Mm-hmm.
which is Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, I still talk about it. 2019, the women's Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT is one of the greatest matches
It
of
was. It was
all
facts.
time. It's still one of my favorites to this day. I will watch it at least once or twice a week. That's how much I love it. I mean, with the way things are going, it's like if they bring everything together, are we going to get it on Mondays, Tuesdays, or Fridays?
They
And
still
how
gonna
long
be.
is it going to be?
They still gonna keep the same format like Monday. They still gonna keep the same format like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. They still gonna have Monday Night Raw.
So
It's
then
gonna be
don't
like
bring
before.
everything together.
It's still gonna be like before, like 2014. Go back and watch 24. Watch episode in 2014. Any episode from 2014 SmackDown. It's gonna be just like that. Whack.
I will definitely keep that in mind to watch. Just
You
like
know,
we're
cause
definitely going to
girl,
need to keep in mind with what happens in the next few weeks, especially with the upcoming premium live events with Hell in a Cell and Money in the Bank and all the
I
other
didn't
ones that
even know that Hell in a Cell was in a couple more weeks, 2 more weeks away. I'm like, wow.
mm-hmm. It's happening in June,
Yeah, the first something in June.
June 5th.
Yep,
Well, we pretty much talked about everything that was mentioned tonight. I
correct.
know you wanted to talk a little bit more about something else, so the floor is all yours.
Oh, well, here's a news story. Triple H, you heard about Triple H returning to WWE full time?
Yeah,
That
he's
that
coming
gave me
back
excited
full time.
relief.
Stephanie's taking a leave of absence for now.
What
She
Triple
said
H you
she wants
gonna
to focus on her family.
Yeah, what Triple H you gonna do? Like what position you gonna do in WWE? That's what I'm
Well,
curious
maybe
about.
he could be one of the new. Well, maybe he could be if he's not like in camp, like on TV, kind of like being like a WWE official. Maybe he'll just be like behind the scenes, like maybe trying to focus on everything and trying to make the brand, like make everything great again.
He should. And when Vince is gonna retire, I want Vince to retire now. I'm just getting on my last days of watching it. I really am. I'm really getting on my
And
last
who
days
do
of
you
watching it.
want to see take over the company?
Triple H, not Nick Khan. Triple H. I'm really Triple H have my best hope. After he did NXT in the Gold brand, what? Yo, you cannot lie. You cannot lie, Barbara. That was a great. That was
Hey,
great.
listen, a lot of my favorite matches in this playlist I have on my YouTube channel do involve matches from the black and gold days of NXT.
And then now,
And
if
pretty
Triple H,
much everything from 2016 to 2019 to 2020 or 2021.
let me start to cut you. If Triple H go back and run, and Triple H take over both the main roster and NXT, I'm sure of course, let's just say Vince McMahon retired. Let's just say today or tomorrow he announced that he's stepping down. He announced that he retiring. And let's just say I'm speaking hypothetically. Let's just say Triple H takes over, right? And along with Shane O'Mac or something like that. And no, let's just say Triple H and The Rock. I think Triple H is good for The Rock. I hope so. I think so. and Shane McMahon they take over, you know, you know how great WWE will be,
I
Barbara. You
think it
know
would
how
be really great.
great
I
it'll be.
won't
Really
disagree with
great.
you on that.
Shane McMahon will listen to the fan. Shane McMahon will give us what we want. Shane
And
McMahon
the
will
only
show us,
thing
make
he
a
gave us that
Triple
we didn't
H.
want was
We
from the
have a
Royal
Triple
Rumble
H.
this year.
He will help elevate NXT 2.0. He put 2.0 on the market, like waiting to be. Yeah, I had that's how much faith I have in Triple H right now.
Well,
But
NXT 2.0
to
is
take
pretty
your
much
time.
one of the better ones.
I want to take your time. I want Triple H to take his time. His health comes first. That's how I realized. His health matters first.
I mean, maybe Triple H could take over and also have Stephanie McMahon by his side since she is still
Mm-hmm.
part of the company, even though she's taking a leave of absence. It makes sense for that too. But yes,
This is
Vince
going.
McMahon, if he wants to keep this company going, maybe take into consideration what the people do want. Even though, unfortunately, his problem is he doesn't listen enough to the people, even though we have better ideas than they do sometimes.
This man, he's gonna die in the company.
I mean, he did finally give the people what they wanted, which was a heel Roman Reigns, but it only took him like several years, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
It took him too long.
Yup.
But hopefully things do get better, and hopefully. I was reading this when I was on social media, but if Sasha and Naomi do come back, what if they came back as heels, both of them?
What if they came back? What
As heels, both of them.
could be.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they would be heels, and maybe Naomi would be a little bit better at it too. And who knows? Maybe they'll wind up splitting, and Naomi can join the Bloodline finally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even her husband said that one day she could join the Bloodline.
Yeah. Who knows? I'll be happy.
Yeah, Naomi could join the Bloodline, go after Ronda Rousey, become the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and then the Bloodline will really be glittered in gold like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was said before, and who knows? Maybe it might happen again.
Yep. Correct.
Well, that's it for everything tonight. We discussed just about everything that we could tonight on SmackDown in regards to the matches, the segments, the unfortunate news, which still feels like a double standard. Which,
Yeah, my heart. Yeah, it does. My heart feel like a mess right now. I just want to sleep it off.
well, we shall sleep it off soon. But I'm gonna plug in some shows for the new week that'll be happening. So Mondays, we got Perfect Plex Talk Radio, the show for the intelligent wrestling fan with Mike Knox and the Z is Silent, with Raw coming up right after that. And then after Raw, you have the review show with Big Daddy Cool and the executive consultant, talking up all things about the longest of the WWE shows that we have every week. Tuesdays, you have NXT 2.0 with Bad Guy Jack and Captain
That's a
Shakespeare.
good picture.
Well, I'm glad you think so. I don't know who made it, but I'll let them know that you like it. Wednesdays, we talk about all elite wrestling dynamite with our lovely married all elite Joker and Divine Intervention. And then on Fridays, you have myself with whoever I happen to be hosting with, such as with Patrick this week. And maybe one day possibly get a new permanent host with me. Of course, we also have UPR Gaming, UPR Entertainment, UPR Sports, where they talk about movies, TV shows, any games that they're playing on Sundays or Saturdays. You got the show Evil that they talk about from Peacock. And we're also apparently getting UPR Sports happening soon. Don't know when that's happening, but apparently that's happening as well. So, Patrick, anything else you want to say? Final words before we kick it off. Good night for everybody.
My final words is WWE is petty for what they did tonight. Or just aside, WWE is freaking petty for what they did tonight. For what I heard tonight. Why the hell would they fire both
Fire them. They
Sasha
were suspended.
Banks? Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Why
They were
the hell
suspended,
they
not
would
fired.
indefinitely suspend both Sasha Banks and Naomi indefinitely and strip them off their title? They worked so hard to make it. You cannot have nothing right
Double
anymore.
standards. Double standards. It's like
And
if
I'm
you
all for
it's
the
like if
and
you ever
I'm
worked
all
in
for
an
women
office, it's
wrestling
double
too.
standards.
I watching the next couple of years, women wrestling they're gonna outshine more than the men. It's just proven fact.
I started watching because of the women. Heck, before it became a member of the podcast, when I watched WWE Raw and NXT and SmackDown, I would fast forward the men's matches to watch the women.
You believe it or not, you know I don't have that network. I want to watch Access. Access, you watch Impact Wrestling.
No, but I
Impact
have
Wrestling,
some
their
clips
roster is
on
pretty
YouTube.
good. Their women division is getting pretty good.
I mean, they got some talent on there.
Tasha Steele, what? Yo, if you have a point, I'm going to give you homework tonight, okay, Barbara? Look up Tasha. Yeah, you laughing.
No,
Look up Tasha.
I'm laughing because I know you're gonna do it.
What?
That you're gonna give me homework on who I should watch now from Impact. I've
Yeah,
seen clips and I've seen matches because they post them up online.
watch
So I know
Tasha
they
Steele.
have a
Yeah,
good women's division.
and watch Deanna Perrazzo, the best out there in Impact Wrestling.
Yes,
If I
I
had
do
the
know who
subscription,
Deanna Perraz is.
if I had the subscription, I'll watch Impact Wrestling too on Thursday. If I had the subscription, I don't know how to get it, but once I get it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you for letting me know. And with that, we wish everybody a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night and hope you all have a great day tomorrow.
Peace. Peace.